And welcome back to Meet the Leaders. I'm your host, Laurie Farkas. We're on location at the Democratic Convention in Helena, Montana, where we've been talking to all of your state's top leaders. And joining us now is Tom Glover. He is a candidate for House District 24, and that's Great Falls.
Yes, Black Eagle and Malmstrom Air Force Base are there.
Oh, wow. I know those areas. Tell me about what compelled you to throw your hat in the ring.
Well, I was watching what was happening, and I was wanting to speak. I was a page at the Constitutional Convention 40 years ago, so when they talk about it, I was there, just like Max Baucus and a few others too.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Long time, want to be a part, now I have my chance.
Yeah, and I know that you want to make your voice heard, so what are some of the issues that you really feel strongly about?
I think that jobs are most important to Montanans, and I think that we teach kids great here in Montana, and they go to college and they go out of state, and when they get out there, they want to come back, and they want to come back to a state that has good jobs for them, good permanent jobs. They want to have careers here.
Yeah. And do you have family? Do you have kids?
I have two daughters, Annie and Ashley. Ashley just graduated from the University of Montana, and my other daughter, Annie Glover, graduated from MSU.
Wow. Now, are they going to be coming back here to get jobs? Is that why you're so passionate about that?
Yes. Ashley is going to finish her degree in Oregon, the Ducks, University of Oregon, and in speech and language pathology. And my other daughter, Annie, is very much involved in politics here in Helena and the state. She's helping Pam Busey get elected as the 6th woman Attorney General in this country.
Wow, that is absolutely impressive. You've got a lot of great female politicians in Montana. Back to the jobs, how are you planning to, I know that you're passionate about that issue, how are you planning to create those jobs?
Well, I work on computers. I'm a retired teacher, and now I work on computers, and if the computer's not working, I console the person whose computer isn't working now, and we go get a new computer, and we get them back on the road. We have underutilized people here with great, brilliant people, underemployed. I'm very worried about that we have jobs here, not in just Montana, but in the whole country that could be done. Why do we have to speak to somebody in India in order to fix our computer? The language barrier is a problem, and we have so many talented people here that would love to do that kind of work.
Yeah, it really is compelling, and it is interesting. And small business is very much the backbone of our nation, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I have my own. I'm a very small business, just me, and I work on computers.
What are some of the challenges that you face as a small business person?
Well, right now, the tables are turned on us. We don't really know here in Montana what is a fair wage to work on computers. I'll do a computer repair for HP or Dell, and they'll say the job pays. He says, what do you want to be paid? I'll say $50. Oh, we can easily pay that. But I say, well, what would you have paid anyway? And he says, sorry, we can't tell you that. That's a table turned against a small business. They need to know what's fair. What's a fair remuneration? What's fair to be paid for doing something like that? So that's in the technical fields. But then we have all these other talented people that we need. We need engineers. We need wind engineers and energy engineers in Montana. Montana has a tremendous opportunity in energy. It's fantastic that we can make electricity in 6 different ways, half dozen wind and water and biofuels and geothermal and natural gas, oil, coal. We should be making electricity so cheap it's like companies will come in and say, we want to make products in Montana, because we can very cheaply.
So do we have enough technical support to support those industries?
We have a wonderful electronics school in MSU, our electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, all kinds of engineers that come from Bozeman are capable of doing that kind of work, but they go out of state to get those jobs. We lose those people, but they do want to come back. They want to come back to Montana and live.
Talk to me a little bit about education. I know that that's an area that you're really passionate about. Many politicians here today have, or during Meet the Leaders in the last 2 days really, have told me that they were disappointed in the legislature's decision not to provide more funding to education. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've been a teacher for 24 years. I was a special ed teacher in Belt, Montana, and I've seen a decline in the priority that the state makes to education, not just K-12, but also in the university system. I've seen a decline. I've seen, in order to solve our problems, we're firing teachers, we're firing all sorts of public servants that we need. We're making drastic cuts.
If you're elected to the legislature, would you work to try to find some more dollars for education? Would that be a priority for you?
Of course I will. I will work in any way possible, even to move the ball down the field further. I will work with the other side and say, well, if you can't give us a full, give us part. Anything's better than what we have right now. We have to turn the tide against adequate pay in Montana.
Tell me a little bit about health care. I know that's another issue that you're working on through your campaign. What are your thoughts regarding health care?
Well, I have my wife who's a public health nurse, and she has seen the whole gamut of health care in Montana, from working at the School for the Deaf and Blind, helping folks at the Rescue Mission in Great Falls, and now she is helping young people become nurses, a very underrated and abused occupation. We have nurses that work very long hours, come home very late, they work long, don't get any breaks, and their compensation isn't as good as it should be.
And what would you do to improve that?
Well, we need to make sure that these people that work together in the hospitals have a chance to talk to each other, find out what they're making, find out what's going on and what kind of shifts that they're getting. Is it fair? Is what's going on in the hospital fair for everyone?
Now, I'm sure you're going to be out there campaigning this summer, knocking on doors and visiting with your constituencies. Tell me a little bit about House District 24 and what you're hearing from those people.
House District 24 is like a home that I started in Summers, Montana. It was a lumber town, ethnic community, Norwegians, Danes, and then I taught for a while in Belt, which is another ethnic community, the mines and coal mines in Belt. And here in Black Eagle, that's where Anaconda Aluminum, or Anaconda smelted their products. And they have a very tight-knit group of Italian Americans and other ethnic groups. They're a community that should be kept together. And there was a danger of that being split in the redistricting plan. They were very sympathetic to me, saying, you need to stand up for your community. I feel that I understand what they need, and I will do the best that I can for that community. Going further east, I see there's communities of people that have worked at Malmstrom. They're from the Air Force. They have chosen this.
Very diverse community. Yeah.
Very diverse.
In the Air Force.
And customers that I work on, their computers, they say, we came here to the base, we enjoyed working here, living here, we came and stayed.
All right.
So.
And I know you're going to be knocking on those doors and hearing from those people this summer. Good luck with your campaign, sir. Thank you for joining us on Meet the Leaders. We certainly appreciate having you, and enjoy the rest of the convention here.
I am.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We've been talking to Tom Glover. He is a candidate for House District 24, and that's the Great Falls area. And we appreciate having you here, and we'll see you next time on Optimum's Meet the Leaders.